Yes, ma'am, you can start.
Start, ma'am.
Hmm.
A very good evening to everyone. On behalf of the Department of BCom Information System Management, Sri Krishnaswamy College, Chennai, I am much excited to extend a very warm and ardent welcome to each and every one of you. I am N. Sabitarani, Assistant Professor, and I will be your host for the day. It is a mark of our undying tradition to invoke the Almighty at the beginning of any event. Today, as we gather together here, I pray to the Almighty to fill all our hearts with joy and all our minds with the learning. May the Almighty anoint our creativity, our ideas, and our energy so that we accomplish even the hottest of all tasks. With this note of prayer, let's begin the event. It is an essential aspect of welcoming and expressing gratitude towards the people who join and become a part of ceremony today. May I now request Miss Anubala Suresh, Head Department of BCom Information System Management, to welcome the gathering. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Very good evening to one and all. The Department of BCom Information System Management is highly privileged to organize this 5-day international PDP program with esteemed guest speakers from various national and international colleges. I, Ms. Anubala, deem it a great honor to present this welcome address and welcome one and all with open hearts on this program. I take this opportunity to welcome the pillars of support of our college, our directors, Sri KBK Rajmohan, Sri KB Arun, Sri KB Krishna Anand, our dean, Dr. R. Revati, and our principal, Dr. Anita Rajendran. I extend our warmest greetings and heartfelt welcome to our resource person, Dr. P. Tamil Selvi, professor in the Department of CSBS Department, Rajalakshmi Engineering College. I also extend a very special welcome to all the faculty members from various departments and various colleges. We are glad that you have all gathered here in this program. We hope you will find the event very fruitful and engaging. Thank you once again.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm words of welcome. Today, as part of 5 days International Professional Development Program and Pedagogy and Teaching Methodology for Academicians using AI tools, we have gathered here for a session on role of AI in teaching and learning. This session will be wholly focusing on the ability to come up with a personalized study plan for students without having to wait for intervention from learning specialities. To speak on this topic today, we have with us well experienced faculty from Rajalakshmi Engineering College, an autonomous institution. May I now request Dr. S. Subbalakshmi, Assistant Professor, Department of BCom ISM, to introduce our speaker for the day, Dr. P. Tamilchelvi.
Ma'am, unmute, ma'am.
Good evening to everyone. Dr. P. Tamilchelvi is currently working as a professor in the Department of Computer Science and Business Systems, Rajalakshmi Engineering College, an autonomous institution in Chennai. She has more than 26 years of teaching experience in various reputed institutions and more than 15 years of research experience in machine learning, deep learning, and NLP data visualization. She holds an MCA degree with first class and she is an university fourth rank holder in ME Computer Science and Engineering. She has also completed her PhD in machine learning based sense disambiguation, a part of artificial intelligence for English language. She has a certification in machine learning with Python programming. She has published more than 60 papers in an ample of journals and conferences with 5H Index, 2I Index. He has also received the Best Paper Award for various papers presented in the conferences. She has participated as a session speaker in more than 15 workshops and seminars on Python, MATLAB, machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence, image processing, and computer vision, etc. With due respect, we welcome you, ma'am. It's a great privilege to have you with us today. Kindly take over the session, ma'am.
Yes, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I
Yes,
Yes,
audible?
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Clear, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for inviting me for this great event, and thank you for Sri Krishna Swami College for Women. And in that, you have a plan of organizing such a wonderful pedagogical concepts. So here I came up with the concept of role of AI in teaching and learning. Let me share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Visible,
It
ma'am.
is visible, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Please display in
Yes,
slideshow, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So here,
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
thank you, ma'am. And I'm going to just share my knowledge in what way AI is actually supporting towards the education. And in that, we are going to see how the transition of education, starting from Gurukula to that is e-learning, how it is actually, and towards higher education, what are all the tools and techniques we have. So this is about today's content. I have a plan. So this is my agenda. First one, just what is teaching, what is learning, then pedagogical evolution, then AI generation, in what way AI currently now it is. Then we are going to see about AI in higher education. So the first one we are going to see the just only what is teaching, what is learning, because we are all in the field. I don't want to take much time on that. And teaching, we know it is like a sharing knowledge and experience. So experience matters here, knowledge, whatever we are getting in a practical day-to-day life, even that is going to be like a shareable one. We can share our experience. Those things we cannot actually see, we cannot expect from the paper and content. So experience is totally different, and it is a practical content, and whatever the printed content is fixed one, and usually it is in an organized manner. The way what we are going to deliver, we cannot take the content from various topics. We know it is very well, we have to keep it in an organized way, and it is like a discipline based. And what topic actually we are going to, it is going to actually, we have a curriculum based on that we are going to focus. The next one, the provision of stimulus to the psychological and intellectual growth of a person by another person. So now main, this is the motive of a teaching. What we are teaching, it is not going to stop in that place where we are teaching. It is directly or indirectly, it is going to hit a person into the brain, and one way or other way or in some place that will help them to make a better decision. So it is not going to only to score the mark and secure the degree. It is beyond that, how they are going to apply in their day-to-day life. That is the main motto of nowadays the teaching. Because what outcome we have, it is previously we have actually, okay, we have covered the syllabus, we conducted the test, we evaluated your performance, and that's all over. But those days we had like that. But now we are having the outcome based education, and for everything whatever we are actually taking in the class, not only in the class, wherever we are teaching, and that we are expecting in what way they are going to bring it to their life. That is the outcome. So that is the transition we have in that teaching. Then coming to the learning. So now from the learner end, how it is like a general learning is a process by which, so it is again a continuous process by which the individual who are all as a part of the learner, they are going to acquire various habits. Habits means they are observing the content and they are going to reflect through their activities. So the habits, knowledge, and attitudes that are necessary to meet the demands of the life. So now these are all actually the thing they are going to get from the teaching. Teaching is now everywhere. We are having, wherever we are meeting people, even from them we can learn. So learning is not only inside a four wall, inside the classroom. If at all we are free, if at all we are open, we can take things, learn things from any environment. So that is, finally we are going to acquire knowledge and we are going to implement that to our day-to-day life. This is from the learner end. And here it is a continuous process. So teaching learning process or teaching learning education, it is a systematic one, it is a sequential one, and that is much important. So there is no stop or there is no end for teaching and learning. And if you are taking the mother and children relation, always we have a teaching and learning relation between them. If you are taking the teacher and the student, teaching is there, not only the curriculum based, in the day-to-day life, how they have to be with others. So everything we are actually teaching them and they are ready to learn. That is the thing. So it is like a sequential continuous process. Planned a course of action. So we need to make a plan in what way we are going to deliver from the teacher part and from the student part or the receiver end or the learner end. They have to make a plan in what way they are going to acquire or receive, and they are going to deliver it wherever it is required. And it is very, very particular about the domain. Means currently what about we are talking, that is we can consider as a domain. If we are taking the subject, then subject is going to be part of the domain. So now in such a way it is going now the trend of teaching is totally different. So now in both the end we are, that is required in both end, teaching and learning, both actually they have to follow these four things. And here for what actually, to achieve the desired outcome. I told very clearly, now we are doing everything as a part of outcome based education. So what actually we teach, it is not stopping or getting over there. And what the students they learn from the teacher or the classroom, it is not getting over there. After writing the exam, even it is actually not getting over. They have to actually apply in their day-to-day life. I think you are all actually familiar about the PO, CO mapping and all. So set of actually POs we have, set of course outcomes we have, and course objectives first we have, and we are trying to map. So finally, in what way it is meeting that is outcome, and based on that we are trying to find in what way that particular subject is supporting their life throughout. That is the important thing. Now we are actually focusing or moving towards that trend. So now I think teaching and learning, it is sufficient. And now we are getting into the pedagogical evaluation, and in what way it is actually drastically changed. And in traditional, before we had actually classroom lectures and the teacher, the full time, what actually the scheduled time, if it is 1 hour or 45 minutes for the particular teacher, means then that 45 minutes or 1 hour, they will focus only to complete the syllabus. And after that, the main target is they have to assign some homework, and whichever it is not covered in the class, those will be assigned as a homework. I think we all, the people who are all sitting here, might be, we come across in that stage. So at home, we used to solve all the problems, and we will try to find some references, some help from that is elders and friends, and we got. And there actually we don't have much actually sharing between the teacher and the students. Teacher will come and engage for that hour and try to focus to complete the topics, and students, after receiving whether they understood or not, they will try to apply to solve the problem whatever given as a homework. Those days we had our teaching learning education like that. Now it is actually flipped concept. Actually we people now we are following. It is one part, okay. And here that is before getting into the lecturing time, the preparation or some video recommendation or some reading content or some pages, some links will be referred to the students. So before getting into the classroom, they have to read or they have to listen the video, whatever we are representing or whatever we are recommending. Students, the entire class, that is our expectation. But we cannot expect the entire class, but part of almost 3/4 of the class, they would try to complete whatever the task assigned before getting into the class. And after getting inside the class, what actually it is going to be inside, and we are not going to the teacher, we are not going to teach what actually we shared or we recommended. Here we are going to make in a different way related to the recommended content. We are going to make some activities. So that is the recent pedagogical concept we are trying to apply in the classrooms. And we cannot say it is going to be occupying the 100% of topics, but out of 100 or 20%, 20 to 25% of topics, we can give as like a reference or recommendation. We can tell them to, before getting into the classroom, they can prepare it well, and we can make them to do some activity based on that. Okay. So what are all the activities? Next we are going to see. And that is actually part of the pedagogy. Now, when we are talking about the outcome-based education, then the measuring criteria. Earlier days, we had only the exam point marks. Only the exam marks are used for evaluating the students' performance. But now we have so many actually level of measuring, and it is actually represented by the entire nation. It is trying to follow to represent the CO, in what way we are going to measure the what are all the way the students observe the objectives. Okay. So the bottommost, the remembering and understanding, only these two actually in those days, in the traditional model, teacher introduce new material to students. So about only these level, the new topics they can able to cover, because only the time limit they will have, they don't have much time and all. And those days we don't have the technological support also. So with that support, they had a time of covering the remembering and understanding. And after that, what the students, they actually focus, students are responsible for homework in these level of understanding. So what level of homework will be expected means to apply the concepts, whatever it is taken in the class. So what observed in the class, students are expected to apply in the homework. So now these are all little bit difficult, and in that time actually, or in this stage, students really, if they are getting help from the class teacher or who are all actually the faculty who actually teaching the content, if they are there to support it, they feel like comfortable. But we don't have opportunity those days. So these things will be taken care by the students at home. And if they are able to achieve, okay, they will come with the result. If they couldn't, then teacher, they will give some punishment, and then definitely they will give a solution in what way it is going to be. So that is those days. But now, due to the advanced technological concept, these two actually, the understanding and remembering, new material is introduced to students outside of class. So that is actually through recommendation, the teacher is going to make the students to prepare well before entering into the classroom. So, so now people are knowing little bit about what is the basic content of the concept we are going to discuss today, and they will try to understand everything. And after getting into the class, these upper level of actually the concepts will be applied. So students are and the teachers, here we have to understand the students and teacher, they are going to work together during the school day. On our school day means we can take in the place where we are working, college day, on these level of learning. So now here actually whatever they actually observed through the recommended content, and teacher will help them to apply in what way they can apply, and what are all the ways they can do the analysis, and if they want to get anything from that, in what way they can evaluate, and what are all the new content they can. So many methodologies are there, or activities are there to apply all this, and those things are the new kind of teaching techniques or strategies. So that is actually I'm going to give a little bit. So now here, this is the way we have to go for investigate and plan. So what topic we are going to share, and we need to find the time, because only that is at every unit, I'm almost when we are taking the college content, we will have 5 units minimum, and in that 20% of topic we can go like this, and we have to find so which topics are suitable for sharing to the students. They should not suffer also. So it should be easily followed by them. So that way we have to identify, and we need to make a plan how much time it should be, how many days should be given for them to prepare for it. And after that, and whatever we are going to give, it is going to be part of the curriculum. Okay, we should not give anything extra or out of syllabus. If at all we need, that we can do at classroom, but we cannot make them to do the out of syllabus or out of content at homework. Okay, so if it is syllabus, it will be comfortable for them because they can get help from others or friends, or so many online tools are there, so they can get the help. And here the pedagogical content knowledge, and that is in what way they are going to deliver the content what they observe. Okay, and here we are making, this is actually they are going to deliver, but who is going to instruct or who is going to make a decision means the faculty. So now we have to decide on what basis they are going to reflect the content what they observe. Then the students motivation is much important. So whatever they are doing, even if they are not doing, we have, it is our role to motivate the students to come up with the good idea or in the good better performance. We have to say where they need to improve, where they have to reduce their overacting, like that we have to give a suggestion. The next one, classroom climate, it should be in a cool form. We should not shout or we should not get angry because we cannot expect all the five fingers are equal. And some people will be maintaining silence, they will be in a very obedient way, and some set of students always will be there to disturb the entire class. But even though we cannot actually, if we are starting to scolding them, then the entire class, it will be like getting spoiled, the entire hour it is going to spoil. So that is not advisable. And if you are going submissive, and if you are trying to pull him into your control automatically, because students, they know the limit, and they know, okay, students, they can understand it, because I'm moving with for past 25 years, I'm moving with boys and girls. I think I have the same feeling, and before we never bother, and we will teach and we will come back. But now the situation is different. If I'm talking about one content, then my that is the concept, students are strong enough and they are asking more questions. So in that way, they are strong enough. I cannot scold them, and I have to ready myself to observe the knowledge from them. And even if I'm not having knowledge on that, I don't mind to say, okay, I will refer, I will get clarified in a better way in the next class. Because we are not like a born genius. We are all actually learning. We are still learning till to even after 26 years, because in computer science, if one content is there and tomorrow it won't be there. So in that way, we are actually leading our life, not only in computer science, almost everywhere. And that learning is really required on both sides, teaching teacher as well as for the student. So we need to tell them, just wait, we will update you after clarifying, because without getting clarity, we cannot actually give explanation about the topic. And now students are really actually understanding. If we are saying, okay, madam, tomorrow you come and explain. And even if I am forgetting, they will come and remind me, ma'am, actually you said. So now in that way, it is going. So the dealing is like much better. And the students are having more exposure than the the age what actually we came across in that age. So we didn't have those things, but now students are having more exploration in everything. They have the extreme exploration. So now we should have the guts to accept it. That is the reality here. And so now students' motivation is required, and class, that is climate, we have to maintain the climate. But at the same time, we are a teacher. If anything is going wrong, we should have the guts to stop it. So that we should not encourage. And that also we have to know where to stop and where to entertain, where to actually encourage and everything. So I think as by experience, definitely we will have that capability. Then here it is actually instructional strategies, how we are going to make the students to do the content. Because already we have delivered, or already we have given the content, and we recommended the content to cover it at home. So now we have to find in what way they are going to. And after that, we need to go for making the feedback and assessment. So this assessment is the outcome-based education. The assessment is not going to be like a writing the exam always. So there are so many ways to assess the students or to measure the quality of the students. And here, in what way they are going to engage by making the things or doing the things means these are all the teaching strategies. We can make them to go with a game. So if I'm telling one topic, so based on the topic, they can come up with one game and they can make a play. So they have to know how many people are required. They should have the team spirit, that is that attitude that should be developed over there. And one should be there to lead the team, and others they should know how to cooperate the team. So many other things indirectly we are teaching the students, not directly but indirectly. These are all the things we are motivating the students. And when they are coming up with one game, and if they are putting that game in front of the class, and it is really appreciable, no need to actually say the clap, and automatically you will get the applause from the students. Automatically we will do that, that is appreciation to that team. So that these are all the kind of motivation. And where it is going to reflect from the students means when they are getting out of the campus and when they are going to about to start their career, this team leadership quality, team coordination quality, all these are all going to actually support them. So now those things, because when students are coming up, the alumni students, when they are coming up and they are that is saying about the college experience, wherever they participated, how it is going to be supporting during their career time. So really it is surprising for us to listen from our old students. Then simulation also. Simulation, maybe in a physical way they can make the simulation, or they can go with some software simulation. What type? No need to make a original thing. They can go for making the simulation. And the next type of strategy, it is learning based on problem solving. So if it is going to be some kind of machine learning type of problems means, and we can give some data set, we can tell them, okay, already we solved this one, why can't you try with another data set? So data set is going to be different means, then that some kind of changes they have to apply. They should know what are all the changes are there, and what are all the ways they have to improve, and what result they have to get. So these way we need to encourage the students. And role play. Yes, role play on spot. We can tell them, okay, you can do it as like a role play, and who are all going to be. So on spot, instead of preparing like a game, and here they are coming up with a what is that? One small role. So they are going to take 3 or 4 people there, and they are going to deliver in what way they are having. So that way, which are all the roles they are taking, and in what way they are trying to understand, because whatever the content they are delivered from the team, it is going to reach the other people, other students in the class. That is the what is that? That is the ultimate goal here. And the teacher is not going to play anything here, and teacher is going to guide them in what way the knowledge is shared to the students through the students. So now the students are the observer and students are the teacher here. They are going to deliver, and we are going to just watch, and wherever the requirement or wherever the changes required or wherever the modification required, those things can be by feedback we can make them to changes. We can make a request, okay, these are all the things you need to, because this is, if you are doing like this, the concept is totally getting wrong, so you should not do like this. That way we can motivate the students. But at the same time, whatever we are saying, it should not make the students get hurt, because once the students are getting demotivated, it is like a very big consequences we need to face. They will disturb the class, and whatever the extreme thing they will. That is the student attitude. So that also we have to. So we have to know where to slap, and we know where to appreciate. So that way we need to take them. The next one, presentation. If it is going to be anything new and they are actually delivered as like a presentation, okay, you just assign presentation for them, and no need to give all the thing for all the person. So whichever topic suitable for whichever content, and based on that. So that is the investigation and plan. We have to decide which topic we are going to deliver, or we are going to recommend for the students to have it like a pre-preparation before getting into the class. And for that content, what type of strategy will be suitable for the students. The next one is actually discussion. GD we can know that is almost all the people we are all doing now. And brainstorming, we can raise the questions and we can find the way how they are. And now we can include the MCQs, and in that is we have that option also. In Google, we have the Google form. There we can create the questions, and towards the end, last 10 minutes, after that is the end of the week. That is the usual way now I'm following in my class, not previous year, and currently I'm trying to follow that one. Not only MCQs, various activities I'm trying to give, like crossword puzzles and this actually MCQs, even jumble characters. So for a word, the characters will be, or the letters will be changed, and they have to realign. And these are all the simple activity. At the end of the week, last 10 minutes, I will make them. That full week, what topics we covered, and based on that, these things will be actually prepared. And I'm trying now. Actually, successfully 3 weeks I completed. I hope I will continue this. And students also having a better feeling. And a case study, if it is going to be really required as like a case study, we can go with. And question and answer method, so it is normal question answering. And the project design, so where we are trying to apply the project design means when they are doing a lab, and we are not actually stopping simply by completing the exercise what it is given in the syllabus. So we are telling to create, that is take some mini projects. So we will give a list of sample list of topics we will give, and from that students, not only from that, if they want to come with a new topic, it is also actually acceptable. They can come, and they have to first make a team, and they have to finalize the topic, and after that they have to do the projects, everything within the stipulated time. So there is no extra time. And we are not stopping now with that mini project. We are trying to convert that into paper. So now students, they are motivated, because after completing, during the semester time, we won't disturb them. So after completing all their semesters, during the vacation time, we will tell them to actually do the paperwork, and they won't come to the college physically. Through Zoom or through that is online mode, we will guide them what work they did, and what are all the that is the models they applied, and in what way they can prepare the paper. So last time, this is the actually currently 2 papers for me, about to actually students they are going to. So these are all the things we are trying to make implementation to the students. Actually students are cooperating now. Only I'm feeling, because before actually I didn't make it, but now I told the students, they are coming forward, and they are actually volunteering. They are making me to come join in the Zoom, and they are clarifying their doubts, and they are preparing the content extremely. So I have to say that also students are ready for their development. So only thing, we have to know where to support, where to that is limit them. Okay. Then so now these are all the various strategies we can apply in the classroom. This is like a flip mode classroom that we can apply this one. And coming to the next one. So now this is like a digital pedagogy. So now the socio concept, that is constructive. This means it is not like a staff student limit, and we have teacher will take only class and student has to listen. It is not in that way. In both direction we will have the communication. So teacher is going to be considered as a facilitator. I hope we can understand the meaning of facilitator. That means already they are having the knowledge on the topic, and we are going to give clarity on the topics whatever they have doubts. So we are teachers as a facilitator, enhancing the learners deep understanding of the topic. That is the main role nowadays we are doing in a digital that is teaching level. And here actually after that they have to practice technology considered as a tool to enable the learners. So where is going to be, how we are going to reach the students means through the technology. So physically we are not bothering, and if they are at home, okay, let them, and but they need to complete their work. So in what way we are going to communicate to them means through the technological concepts. So active use of information, collaboration, engagement, problem solving, whatever the topics you want, you can, and whichever the content you want, anything it can be covered under the technological concept. And here it is what are all the competency level in both end, That is the listener or the student end and the teacher end. And listeners are actually updated because they are young blood and they are updated. Whatever the new electronic devices are coming up in the market, immediate next day, whether they are getting the device or not, but they will get the idea how to operate, in what are all the ways it is better. I hope nobody will deny that. So they are updating their knowledge with respect to the technological devices. And in what way the teachers, we are going to that is updated with respect to what are all the competency level we need, means self-efficiency. So we have to make ourselves, we are sufficient enough to work on it. Okay. And subject knowledge. Definitely, when you are not having subject knowledge, then you won't get enough respect from the students. And pedagogical knowledge. So in what way we are going to deliver the content, in what way we are trying to extract the content from the students. In both way, we have to be strong enough. And technological knowledge, most of the people are little bit lagging in this technological knowledge. And so now we have to make ourselves ready for that one. And skills in planning and organizing. So we have to be ready for doing the whatever the teaching we are going to make, we have to know how to make it. So the organized delivery is much important. For that, planning is very, very much important. Adapting to the situation. So whatever it may be, whether if it is, there is no actually the digital supporting devices, only that is the blackboard and chalk is given, means you should be ready for even taking that. No, all the full kind of digital support is there, means for that also you have to be ready. So you cannot say I came for actually digital support, but there is no digital support, so I cannot say take the class or I cannot deliver my content. We cannot, we should not say that. We have to be ready for any kind of situation. And the personal support here, actually, whatever we need, we should know. Self-supporting is much important, and the continuous development. So there is no end till to the death. We have to learn things continuously, and that too, we are living in the high technological era. And here we should know how to improve our technological skill. And here it is going to be emphasis the learner. So now this is in this way, and here it is going to be the teaching style, emphasis the learner's activity. So we have to observe the learner's activity in learning, and social and reflective construction of knowledge. So here whatever we are teaching, it is not going to stop in the class itself. So there is a possibility of observing the students, how they are applying to the society, how they are actually making the application of the knowledge in the external world. And how we will come to know, means after going out, if we are getting a chance to meet our alumni, or if they are actually contacting that is the faculty, or if they are coming to the department for giving some guest lecture, that time we will come to know in what way they are delivering. But they won't understand, but the way how they are saying, okay, these are all the things they observe from the campus, and this is the way quality is increased. So that finally we will give a compliment. And these are all the good qualities we can observe, because when you were in the campus, you were so naughty, you were like this, but now the words whatever you convey to us, that is actually making you to be like a little bit high. Then they will also have like a good feel. So in both way, we can feel like that is like we will feel happy, and they will also happy. So this is the way now the digital environment is supporting us in everything, especially towards the education. So now here I'm stopping the pedagogical evolution. Now I think I have little bit more AI generation, but I will try to stop little early. Then we will get into the AI higher education. That is in what way it is helping. So now AI generation we are going to see. So when we are seeing about the artificial intelligence, and it is going to be in two ways, based on capabilities, based on functionalities. So AI, it is we can categorize the evolution of AI in two ways, based on the capability, which are all the level it is supporting the environment. That is the capability. And functionality, what are all the various functions can be done by the AI concept towards the environment again. So now in both cases, we can see what are all the various evolution it is having. So based on the capabilities, and we are categorizing AI into three different types, or three different era or three different stages. One, it is narrow AI, the next one general AI, the next one strong AI. So now what is narrow AI? It is actually able to perform a dedicated task with intelligence. So now if the specific task is actually defined or it is trained to the system, then that system will be expertised in doing only that specific task. And almost we can take the embedded systems and all coming as a part of that one. Embedded system means we can take the washing machine. So it is having some computer programming coding inside, but it is designed for doing that specific task. And when that is once a load is given, then it will try to find what is the weight of that is kg, how much load is given. Based on that, it will try to fix the time. Then after that, it will try to take the water. After that, it will try to find where to stop that water taking, where to take that that is washing powder. So everything it is predefined, that is program, but it is embedded. It is like a part of only washing machine, and that too every washing machine is not working in the same way. So based on the functionalities, it is getting differed, and based on the functionality, the washing machine price will be fixed. Okay. And the simple example for another intelligent embedded system is like we can take the bus conductor. Now he is using a device for giving the ticket, and now it is again the embedded system, and it is a programmed one. It is a very simple program, and that too it is fixed into the device, and it is going to take which is going to be the start stage and where he has to get down, and it is doing the calculation, and it will generate the ticket immediately. The print it will come. So that is the only designed work, and it is an intelligent for doing only that task. So we cannot do that task that much fast. So because of that only we are saying those kind of embedded systems are intelligent, but it will do only that activity. Okay, some examples of narrow AI are playing chess, and here that is going to do only the chess game. And if you are changing the another different type of checker game means, then it will be not fit for that one. So purchasing suggestions on e-commerce site. So now if you are going for that is online shopping, and in that if you are going for purchasing means, then immediately you will get recommendations or suggestions. You can go for buying this one, because immediately it won't give. It will wait for 2 or 3 clicks from you. So after getting 3 clicks, it will try to find in which are all the configurations you are interested. For example, I'm trying to find the camera, and which are all the configuration of camera I'm seeking. In 2 to 3 clicks it will find. Then immediately it will check the database. Immediately which are all the that is cameras are having similar, not equal, similar similarity configuration. Those things will be popped up as a suggestions or recommendation, and that will do only those things. But not only for camera, but any kind of that is elements, whatever you are trying to purchase, for that it will do only the recommendation task. And self-driving car, it is an advanced one, but it will do only the specific task. For doing that, so many supporting sensors will be applied over there. And speech recognition and image recognition, all these are all defined tasks. It will do only that specific task, and that is actually coming under narrow AI. So narrow means it will do only the specified or defined task. General AI can perform any intellectual task with efficiency like a human being. So now here it is can perform any intellectual task. So maybe we can take machine learning. So machine learning, it will try to learn by itself, and it will try to give better answer. That will be like a learning. So now it will try to apply the intellectual content from the training data set, and it will try to work, or it will try to decide or making the decision as like a human being. So that is actually the general AI can be smarter and think like a human by its own. So now it is going to be like a smarter, and it is not overwhelming the human being. It is almost trying to be like a human being. And scientists are focusing now on developing machines with general AI. So now general AI, now I think you will be familiar on generative AI. Almost all the words are it is booming up around the globe. Generative AI, we are living in this generative AI era, second era, that is generative AI era. And super AI, it is the last stage of that is Indran, that movie we can take. If the that is the robo or the computer is trying to behave like a human being, what are all the consequences the world has to face? That is one visual evidence or visual simulation. We can say the word simulation. Visual simulation, it is given as a movie. So a level of intelligence of systems at which machines could surpass. So it can cross the human intelligence and can perform any task better than the human with the cognitive properties. So now here the intellectual concepts are more than the human. So there is a possibility of dominating the human being, and it is not at all advisable. It is not at all entertained. So this is the third stage. People, more scientists, they are working towards it still. And especially the Chinese, they are focusing more actually AI, and they are trying to make the computer to think better than human being. And the entire world is also having focus, but not as like Chinese. Chinese are, we have to appreciate their research support in all way, in all the areas, in all the domains. They are having outperforming their research. So now with respect to the AI, we have actually narrow AI and dedicated for one task. And currently the world is moving towards it, the general AI, that is like a generative AI, perform like a human being. And we can, I think we can take this one now. Before 5 years, we were here because machine learning was like the peak even before 5 years. But now machine learning is not that much. Why? Because it is like a part of, it is part of the AI concept. It is not going to make everything as like a human being. So now we are in the generative AI. So now the generative AI means I will explain while getting into the AI tools in that higher education. And next one, super AI, it is intelligent than human. And it is very challenging one. It is very, what is that? Very danger one also. So with respect to the first one, what is the first one we have seen? It is with respect to the capabilities. We have seen the three things. Now we are going for the functionalities. Based on the function, we can say the reactive machines, limited memory, theory of mind, self-awareness. So these ways we can split the AI concepts. And relative, that is a reactive machines. The most basic type of, this is very, very basic AI, and does not store memories or past experience for future action. So there is no storage of storing the previous content to use for the future. Because machine learning, we are doing that. That previous content will be taken as, considered as a training data set that will be used for gaining or learning the new content. But here in the reactive machine, we don't have such a concept. Only focus on current scenarios and react on it as per possible best action. So now it is currently what are all the information available, and based on that it will try to give the best output. And IBM Deep Blue, and this is the first complete artificial intelligence framed chess game. So Deep Blue system is an example of reactive machine. So that is an expertized intellectual machine, and nobody can, almost nobody, we can say like that, nobody can beat that system in the chess playing game. Because if you are moving some, or if you are making some better move than what it is having in the database, immediately it will grab your move and it will check whether the move is available with me as a knowledge. If it is not there, then it will push into that knowledge base, and that will be applied if it is really required in future. Okay, so that only with respect to that task, and it is not going to apply any extra knowledge or anything extra. Whatever in the knowledge base, only that will be taken for the process, and that is the initial reactive method. And limited memory here can store past experience. So past experience can be stored, some data for short period of time. So we cannot store for a year or millions of years. One that is like 1 week data, like that, if at all required. we can store, because now we are living in the data era. With the data era means, I think you are all familiar on the social media, WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, whatever that you are taking, and the volume of data in a day, there is no limit. We cannot say only one type of text I will get, only one image I will get in a day, only one video, and that too this limit of size I will get. There is no such a condition. So now we can get any number of data in any number of order, in any number of size, and that is actually the data. And the data, it is growing and growing, and these data are considered as a big resources for making the decisions by using the artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is actually nothing when we are not having data. So artificial intelligence will be better when we have data. So in the same way, we are going to see how this will be applied in education. Okay. And can you store the data for limited time period only. So now whatever the data I'm taking now, I can use it for the current purpose, and I cannot extend, or I cannot use it for the after 10 years or after 20 years. I cannot carry over for that. And self-driving cars are one of the best. Self-driving cars are one of the best example of limited memory system. So in that current situation, which are all the objects are around it, and based on that it will do the decisions, and it will never actually store before 10 kilometers which are all the objects came close to me, and in the left side what object I had, in the right side what object I had, and those are all not required as per their actually automation or driving the car, the currently in the road where it is going, and near to that which are all the objects are really actually observed, and based on that the car should be it should be taken into the process. So now it is actually going to focus only to the current environment which are all around it, and these cars can store recent speed of nearby cars, the distance of two, that is other cars, speed limit, and all other information to navigate the road. So for what purpose? Then only it can make the drive in a comfortable way. So these are all mandatorily required for actually driving the car in a comfortable way. For that purpose, these data are collectively taken, immediately processed, and immediately removed from the memory. It is not going to be kept in the memory permanently. So now based on the task or based on the action, what are all the data required, how long it is required, that will be decided and kept in the memory. And theory of mind, and should understand the human emotion. So now it is purely about the intellectual or the brain capability and emotions, people, beliefs, and be able to interact socially like humans. So now I think, I don't know how many of you had the chance of seeing the game like table tennis. One robo, it is designed to play with another robo, and both actually acted like a human being, and after getting the winning status, the way how it is giving that that happiness, it is almost similar as a human being. So these are all trying to make the emotions to the machine. So now we are not actually we are not in the stage to comment about it, because it's too early to say the comments about the robotic, how it is going to react in this that is people domain, and later after that is few years we will come to know in what way it is impacting, what impact we are having in the human domain. And still not developed, but researchers are making lots of efforts and improvement for developing such AI machines. So still people are making so many enhancements, because already robots are there. I think so many hotels in Chennai we have with robotics, the food is delivered, and there is no that is extra human being to support the delivery of food to the client who are all coming to the hotel. So now the robotics are supporting for making the food service, and in the same way for doing the specific task, now the computer or the artificial intelligence based systems are applied for doing the specific services. And self-awareness, and this is actually the future of that is the last stage, the future of artificial intelligence. These machines will be super intelligence and will have their own consciousness, sentiments, self-awareness. That is, we are trying to make in all the way computer to be as like a human being. And here it is a big question mark how it is going to make impact in the human society. And these machines will be smarter than human mind. So when we are making one machine which is going to be better than us means no, we cannot say anything early now. So the consequences we have to be ready for everything. And self-awareness AI does not exist in reality still. So people still they are doing research and they are trying to keep us like a human being. Why they are saying like self-awareness AI does not exist? Some robots are doing services still. Why it does means only the defined task will be actually taken care by those kind of robotics which is working in the intellectual way or AI based concept. And other than that, it is not actually good enough to make the task. So because of that, we are saying, because if we are putting a human being in the place, then during the service time, he will do the service. And after that, he will go and take care about his own, whatever the activities he has. But in the machine, that is the only task means it will do only that. After that, it is not going to do any personal things for that. And because of that, we are saying self-awareness AI is still there is no in that world. So now this is about AI. Now we are going to see about the AI in higher education. So how the artificial intelligence concepts, it is going to help the higher education. Higher education means from college level we can take. And I have taken very selective things, and apart from that so many other things are there. And I want to say one thing, whatever the slides, whatever the content I have taken, it is all the contents are taken from the research articles and mainly from IGI publications actually I have taken. At the end I have given the links from where I have taken the content, and maybe useful for people. Okay, so academic integrity, next one chatbots and learning management system, connected campuses, online discussion boards, academic research and plagiarism detection. These are all the few content I have taken. In what way AIs are going to support. We are going to see few AI tools also towards research where we can apply, how we can apply, for what are all the tasks it can be used. That I will try to give a few online that is a demo. But I'm not even familiar because very few content I have worked. Just for preparing this one, that time only I came to know about so many other AI content or AI tools. So I have to say thanks for you to improve myself towards this knowledge. So towards academic integrity, if I'm taking, and 5 pillars of academic integrity: trust, fairness, responsibility, courage, respect and honesty. So when we are getting into the digital content, or when we are getting into the digital mode of transition teaching, how we are going to maintain all this integrity, academic integrity, trust, and others can rely on you and to do what you say. So now, that is when we are getting into the pandemic period, we don't have rights to go out of the house. So that time even we had a classroom session through online. So we had an assumption, the other side, students are really listening our classes. So now this is like a trust. So we are making them, okay, they are in that actually, they are listening the class in a perfect way, they are attending. And we are giving the responsibility to the parents also. It is their responsibility to make their child to sit in the place and listen the class. So here, and they have to, the students and parents, they have to trust us. Whatever the link we are sending, that will work. Whatever the content we are delivering, that will reach them. Everything is audible, everything is reachable, everything is actually delivered in a clear way. The way how we are actually, if at all we are at the classroom, the way how we will teach the content, the same way we are actually trying to deliver the content, even if it is actually done in the online mode. So the trust, in both sides, we are trying to make the trust. The next one, fairness, applying the rules consistently and taking responsibility for your own action. So now whatever we are doing from teacher side, we have to come in a prepared way. And if it is, since it is going to be like a digital, if everything is in a PPT form, well and good, we can easily share, we can explain. And for mathematics and all, and the people, they feel better when they are writing it on the whiteboard. So for that also we have an option. There is an whiteboard, you can write, and the other end students can see. So all the kind of supporting content is there. So we have to prepare in such a way it is going to deliver in a proper way to the listener. And from the listener end, whatever you are writing, and they can able to view or visualize it in a proper way. So they if they have any issues, then they will represent to you. And if it is from your end, you will try to sort out. If it is from their end, then you will instruct them to do the corrections. So in both sides, we will try to go in a fair way. So we, from our end, we have to deliver the content, whether it is a mathematical based paper or whatever, the research paper or whatever it may be, and it should be in a proper way. Even when we are going for the research, so many people, they completed their viva through online, and it is like a tremendous experience we had. And even that is, instead of making that in a classroom, when we are doing in the online, so many people, they got connected around the globe, and so many feedback we got. And it is, I think almost all of you will have the same experience. Different feedbacks we got, different inputs we got, and various types of people they joined. It is really a good feel for that. So we have to be thanked for that online tool. And it is again, that is the online tool. And intelligence, I won't say in that online tool we have intelligence, but intelligence later it is added, who are all attending, and the list will be prepared. It is a kind of intelligence. And from when they joined up to what time they were there. So start time, end time, everything, it is like a record. So manually, no need to prepare a record. It is prepared by the system or by the tool, because of the little intelligence what it is added to it. And whatever, it is allowing us to deliver the content by sharing our screen. So that is one of the added points here. So all these are all actually making our that is teaching or delivery in a better way. The next one, coming to the responsibility and courage, standing up for your values and speaking up when you see misconduct. Actually here, standing up for your values and speaking up when you see misconduct. So now in both ways we have to responsibility and courage. So when first we'll talk about responsibility, as a teacher, I will expect all the students should open their actually video. They have to be with the video. Then only we will see whether students are in an attentive manner or not. And in some cases, students are smart enough. They will say their camera is not working. It is that problem, this problem. Mobile got hot, so it is I couldn't able to use mobile. So many, because I had the same feedback. I got the same feedback from the students. And but still, we will give some solution. Okay, you can actually every hour we had an hour. After every hour, minimum 10 to 20 minutes will be left as an empty. So that time the students are instructed not to use the mobile, because repeatedly we got an issue or we got an complaint. That is when we are using the mobile phone continuously to listen the class. The mobile phone is so hot we couldn't able to, and that is not advisable. The parents also came for the support. We cannot blame them. So we told it very clearly. We are giving the gap, and that time keep the mobiles in a that is mute mode, and don't use a mobile, and keep it charged if it all required, and don't use. And after that, slowly it was like okay. So now the responsibility we have to take from both. That is, teacher has to take the responsibility to deliver the content in a proper way, and we have to that is ensure whether it is reaching the students in a proper way. These are all the responsibility from teacher side. From the student side, student has to be clear whether they are getting the content in a proper way, and if it is not, then they have to report to us. Then only we can find the reason and we can sort it out. And if anything goes not up to the mark, misconduct, we should know where to stop, because at all the time we cannot say the students are always correct. Students, we know they won't be correct. Their age will make them to go beyond the limit. So we should have the guts to stop them. So that is actually, if there is any misconduct or any that is improper with respect to the class, and if they are not actually attending, if they are sleeping, even that is not actually encouraged. So those things should be stopped then and there, and we have to make them to into the part of the class. The next one, respect, having the proper regard for the feeling, wishes, and rights of. So all the respects, whether they are in the campus or in the home, they have to be as like a student, and as a teacher, we have to maintain our limit and honesty and the truthful. So whatever we are doing, whether it is in the class or out of the class or at home, or through that that is digital media, we have to be very clear we are doing our work in a perfect way. So these are all the academic integrity. The next question, whether it is actually maintained, or whether the integrity is met in the corona time or in the that is pandemic situation, means then and there we had a that is ups and downs, but finally, when we are finally means coming to the semester exam, people, they were actually, they wrote something, and okay, from that only we can able to identify how they observe. And with respect to Anna University, because that only I can able to say, and they made the students to keep the camera throughout 3 hours on, and they have to write the exam immediately within half an hour. They have to scan and they have to upload into the place where they are staying. So if these are half an hour is the grace time it is given. So now in that way, the students, the flexibility, wherever we need the flexibility, we need to go for making the changes in the exam conduct. That there is not a fixed rule for conducting the exam when we are going for the online. So now, as like the classroom, we cannot expect. So some changes we need to, because of the digital environment. So, but still, 80 to 85 percentage of the academic integrity still we can maintain in the digital and that is pedagogical concept. And next one, chatbot. So now the chatbot is dominating almost the education industry, and people are the user. They will give the request, and here it will analyze the message. It is going to be like a natural language. That means in their language or in English language, the content or the message it will be given, and it is going to take the message. It is going to analyze the content. Then it is going to find the that is what is really required for the user, that will be identified. Then it is going to make in a composed way. It should be understood by the opponent or the user who raised the request. So that will be that is the request. Based on that, the answers will be collectively taken. Then the answers will be arranged in a proper way. Then the properly arranged content will be given as an outcome to the a user who raised the request. So now this is actually a dominant one nowadays, because who are all going for higher studies, and before we didn't have that opportunity. Now they can open the websites of the universities wherever they want to have an admission, and there immediately it is actually a part of the syllabus. So now they can able to identify the students who are actually
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is not audible, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Participants, please be online. We are waiting for the guests to join us online.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
you are
ma'am.
audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. So may I know at what stage I left actually? Yeah, if I higher education, while taking that, whether I was there or not.
You want to continue to chat?
தெரியுதா? Whether my
Yes, ma'am.
screen is visible?
You have, yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay, up to what
You
actually
just,
I was. This one? Yeah,
Right.
in higher education.
yes, you finished this one, ma'am.
This one and this one. Finish the
Chatbot
chatbot.
in
This
education.
one, ma'am.
This one, yes,
Ah,
ma'am.
yes. I will go with this.
Slideshow, ma'am, please. In
Yeah.
slideshow.
I'll
Yes.
make. I'll make.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Actually, sorry for the inconvenience. My mobile got totally shut down, and due to that, I came out of that. Sorry. We will continue on the session. So now the chatbot is it is having the artificial intelligence where it is applying means mainly this part that is analyzing the message. Whatever the user is going to give the input, it is in the form of language, high level language or the human language, and that will be converted into information, and based on that it will try to find what is really required for the user, and that concept is called as NLP, natural language processing concept, as a part of the AI, and that will be taken here. It is going to fetch the data, and finally it is going to make it as like a defined or a refined content that will be passed to the user who wants it. So now this is one survey. It is saying that for higher education, when compared to all other actually the level of education, the higher education is using chatbot for the more for making inquiry, for getting idea, which are all the courses actually they have, and which course is having that has more demand. So many questions both the parent end and the students they'll have. So for everything that chatbot is ready for giving answer, and that will save the time for students as well as parents. So now in higher education, chatbot is playing a vital role. That is one of the AI tool it is applied. And this is a graph. It is showing that from 2001 onwards, chatbot role is it is gradually having that is importance towards the education. And after that, here that is towards 2016 onwards, the need or the utilization of chatbot, it is a little bit unexpected. It is going beyond. Even now, people are students are searching their requirement in what way they want to do their MS, and they are searching so many universities which are all in abroad through their chatbot. They are trying to find the their details whatever they need, and they can able to finalize which are all the universities are suitable for them, and everything they are comparing cost, they are comparing the accommodation, and which are all the ways they can move in this and the environment. So many factors they are taking to make an analysis. For everything, this chatbot is supporting in the education. And learning management system, it is like a track reporting. So we have to give it in as like a that is partly content we have to, and automate and deliver educational courses. So everything it is going to be fully automated one. And training, learning and development programs, in everything it is going to be. If you want to train the students before getting into the placement, we can use the learning management system. And that is from trainer side, and the learner side they can use, because now so many tools are there to train the students with respect to the domain where they want to. If they want to get into the some business environment, they can go with that. And it will help them which are all the that is domain they have to improve, where they are strong, where they are weak. Everything it will be evaluated by the tool, and they can know where they are strong, where they are weak, and based on that they can improve. And development programs, here it is going to tell about the way how they are going to improve themselves. And maintain records of classroom activities, so it is helping us. The Google Classroom, that is going to be the best example. So now people, they are not going to actually send the notes through WhatsApp or anything. They can put it into the Google Classroom. Students, they can download, they can use it whenever they want. And that is going to be a proof. If any commission comes, we can no need to make it like a file. We can show, see, we have uploaded in that when we took the class, that time itself we uploaded. And you can see what are all the actually activities we gave, and all those things will be taken. It is like a kind of proof for the commissions. And formulate syllabus, teaching plans and assessment. So for assessment also we are using Google, that is Classroom. There we have assignment and so many quiz, everything we can do. So in the same way we can go with doing all our activities over the digital environment. And coming to the connected campus, so now we can take campuses together. So now, in what are all the ways? Most important colleges, university app features. So now the app is going to be dominant here. Separate apps are there to connect the that is campuses, and from there they can gain what actually they need. So now manage payment, mainly where it is playing a vital role, the payment. So now payment means in multiple ways. That is, parents has to pay the fees, and management has to pay the fees to the institute, that is the universities, to retain their that is affiliation, everything. So some dealing of payment will be there in both sides, that is from parent side, and from that is for teachers, they need to give the salary, that is again a kind of payment. So far with respect to the that is payment, whatever the payment may be. And here it is going to be the campus collection, means now if you are taking the VIT, it is not going to be in Chennai alone. We have multiple campuses, and some universities, they are having their campus in abroad also. So now even if they are having the procedure of actually the campus which is going to be far away from their original campus, the rules whatever they are going to apply is going to be common. So that will be done, everything can be done in a centralized manner by using the campus that is app. Okay, these are all the other activities we can achieve by using the campus app. And discussion board, here we have a separate discussion tool is there, and you can create your own login credential. You can allow the students to be part of that actually discussion board. You can put your actually queries over there, and let the students to make the discussion. And you have to be always there as a monitor, and you have to check whether it is taking the students in a positive way, or is it diverting them in a wrong way. So that monitoring is really important for the faculty. So now here it is going to be like a discussion, and physically no need to be there. And when they are opening the topic, and whatever they are feeling that time, they can give their feedback. And after even 2 days, if they have some different opinion, okay, they are having full rights to give their actually opinion. And it is not going to be like any impact on the that is students. And we are not going to make it as like a what is that, we are not going to take any revenge or any action based on the comments whatever given by the students. But only thing, if it is in the positive way, as a faculty we have to be ready for accepting that one.
And here the first one, it is start reading the post early. So we have to first we need to study what it is, then give personal, private and public feedback. So we are giving the students all kind of possible feedback. If you want to contact me in a private way, okay, that is possible. If you want to make a contact as a personal, not in official way, personal, then that is also possible. And if you want to make it as like a public post, okay, it is also possible. So in all way, all kind of mode, we need to give permission, but not always. So based on the students and based on the topic, we can make a restrictions. Then identify writing issues early. So what are all the, if I'm going to give this content, I should understand, or I should have the capability to identify the following issues. What are all the issues can be discussed, and with respect to that topic, what I'm going to put as a that is in the discussion forum. The next one, the participate in the discussion board frequently. So we have to be part of the board. And once I put that actually content into the board, and after a month or 2 months, if I'm getting into that, that is not fair enough. So we have to be in touch. So after 2 days or after every day evening, we can have a habit of checking how actually the discussion it is moving. So that is actually very much good enough, because those content may help many people to get idea which they are not actually thinking in a different way. Okay, so now after completing the 4 step, the fifth one, it is going to be, we have to stick on with rubrics. So we have to be defined in a rubric weeks. I think you are all familiar on rubrics and all. So whatever the topics or whatever the work we are going to, it is going to be a measurable one. And the rubrics are the keywords which help us to measure the measure the content or evaluate the content. So we have to go as per the rubric and stimulate the conversation. We have to activate the conversation and make it very live, and empower the students to share. So these are all the role played by the faculty. And keep it alive. We have to keep the topic at least for a week. It should be in a alive way, and price well written arguments. So we should know that is when the students are writing a better feedback or better suppose if you are giving some query, in what way I can that is give the shortest path from to reach Gindi from Pundamalli, means so many ways are there. So who is giving the better way, and which of the mode they are giving, and if it is going to be really worth enough and it is appreciable, you should know how to actually justify that as a best one. And after justification, if you are giving your appreciation, it will be better enough for the student environment. So now all these are all from the faculty end we need to make. And here, never criticize. So now which are all the things faculty should not do? So we should not criticize publicly, even if the students are not actually doing correctly in the forum. We should not have rights to criticize as a public one, and we can make it in a private way. So never wait too long to stimulate the discussion. So you are posting the content, but nobody is bothering. That is not fair. So now you should know how to motivate the students to get involved. So that way you need to activate by raising the queries. Okay, never take one side. So you should not be in a biased way. You have to be in a balanced way. Never discount someone's experience. We should not actually what is that? We should not demotivate the other students or other opponent who are all sharing their thoughts, and never let inaccurate information go unnoticed. So now, whatever the information which is not relevant to that and which is not really required for that discussion forum, then you should know where it is violating, how it is violating, who is initiating, and you should know how to make to stop it. So those things are actually a kind of, and this is again a part of teaching. And instead of giving assignments, we can give the topics, and we will make the students to put their views and opinions over there, and by seeing that we can evaluate. After that, find at least one thing in every post to price. So one student, if he is giving more that is posts or more comments on that, and at least for that day, at least one content for at least some 20 students, they got involved into that. Out of 20, who has done better, that we need to find, and we should have the ability to prize in what way they have actually standing out than all others. And how it is related to the discussion prompt. Try to get your students to not just write post but truly interact within it, each other and you. So they should not view it as like a discussion forum. They have to make it like a communication. So now they are going to deliver some content and they are expecting something from the other end. So that will be like interactive. If it is the discussion forum is very interactive, it will be better enough, and the faculty should know how to make the discussion forum as a very interactive one. You are an important part. So who is going to be the very important? The faculty who is launching that discussion is like playing a vital role in the place. How we can encourage the students to improve the conversation, or how we can actively make the students to be part of that, means by raising the queries like can you clarify. So suppose if they are putting a message, and that is up to your level, you can able to understand, but some students, they couldn't able to follow it in a better way. If you have that feel, then you can say, can you give the more explanation about your post. So that is not actually up to that my understanding. So can you give better explanation for that? In that way we can make a that is the staff or the faculty can stimulate the students to be a part of the discussion. This is one of the that is a pedagogical concept now people are trying to follow, and this is one of the example. Now we have to get into the online discussion tool, and you can post your that is content, and you can give permission to that. You have to sign in, and here everything it is possible. This is one example I have shown. In the same way, there are so many actually discussion forums are there. It is like uh, uh, that is, we can make it like a proof for that. What is that? These are all the contents your seniors, when the next year coming, then you can show these are all the actually discussion they did. So you can also part of that, and you can make a separate room for them, and let them make a discussion. This is one example, just a link I want to share. I don't have even the sign in option, because yesterday only I came to know about all these things. So I thought of sharing to you, and now, and this is with respect to the research. So now with respect to the research, when you are going to do the literature survey, and these are all the few AI based tools. So these are all whatever I have listed, and few that is selective tools are applying AI tools. Elicit is one, I think you are all known about it. Elicit, it is telling about in what way your paper is having. So no need to read by yourself. If you are asking, it will give the details whatever you need. So let me get into the online Elicit site, and we will see how it is working. Elicit literature. So here also we need to go with the sign up, and let me go with our official mail ID. Let me continue with the Google. So find a paper and extract the data from PDF. So if I'm giving a PDF, and it may give the content, let me give a PDF file. And this is the one already I gave. I think it is not available here. So now we are selecting. We will remove this one. So now the paper, that is the assignment I have given simply, and these are all the content you can extract without reading the paper. If you are doing some survey paper, if you are writing some literature survey paper, and if you don't have time to read the content, you can get into this kind of one, and you can find the summary of introduction, or it is like a question and answering. So I will try to find. So if you are clicking any one, and if it is applicable, it will give the output, or otherwise not applicable. So now what kind of paper you have chosen based on that, and what kind of actually factor you want to be, and that will be taken, and if it is possible, it will give the output, or otherwise not applicable it will be. So now if I am going for a summary, and let me go with. So this is the thing we have, this is the content we have taken, and now we are going for. Even the, so here if I'm taking some research paper might be better. Let me go with some research paper. 1 second. So let me download this one. Now we are going for this one. So this is actually upload the paper. We will go for uploading the paper, and it is available in the hard disk. So this paper we are going to extract the content from PDF, and we will go with the methodology. Here we have a big list, and you can make a comparison among various research papers, and whichever factors you need for your research, those factors you can take. I think almost all papers are available in PDF. We can do it for your research when you are writing research paper or the survey paper. I think there it will be. It's taking much time, and in the meantime I will go with some limitations. I will try to find. So now the limitations. So here no need to open the paper and no need to write. It will list out which are all the limitations with respect to the PDF file what we gave. So in that same way, if it is applicable, it will immediately give. And this may help when you are doing your research, because once you know the limitation, then it will help you to fix the problem easily. So in their place, in your research place, these are all easily helping you to find your problem and all. So research question, if I'm going for, and this is not actually coming, the first one. I think you can use it okay. We will see the remaining and we'll come back. It's taking much time. The next one, connected papers. In what way it is going to help us? So let me go with connected papers. So when we are typing connected papers, there itself we can see AI. So all these are all actually a tool working under the concept of AI. Now we are going for the connected papers, and you can find in what way it is helping us. So here you need to go for or you are going to construct a graph, and you are going to give the keywords or the title if you know you can give, and the DOI value if you know you can give, or any other paper content, or if any other keywords you want to focus you can give. So now what I'm going to give, I'm going to give the that is the title what I copied. So this is the paper title I copied. What is the target now relevant to this paper? Which are all the other papers I can take for my literature survey, because I cannot spend time for collecting the papers. So which are all close to that paper? It will give a graph. One second. If I'm giving natural language processing techniques, and these are all the papers are relevant. So you can use these papers, they are very close. And if you want to see the graph, which are all papers are connected to this. So waiting for the server. You can see. So now these are all the papers which are having the close content about the topic what you have given. So now these are all the papers. No need to go and search in somewhere. You cannot say which are all the papers in that topic what actually I'm focusing is not available. I couldn't able to find like that. No need to worry. If you are getting into the connected paper, then it will tell you which are all the papers having more actually close to your domain or your interest, which the count almost you can see it is having more than that is 20 to 25 papers we have in that area. So now these are all the papers you can collectively take and you can use for your research work. So it is saving our time. Intellectually, the AI tool is telling us to save our time and do our research in a better way. Okay, this is one thing. And coming to this one, still it is running. I think better I can close. I hope the way how we got the limitation and whichever query or the factor I'm selecting, if it is applicable with respect to that paper, you will get it. Okay, yeah. So that way we can extract the content from the PDF research paper without reading the entire paper, and no need to spend time for that. But at least whatever the extraction given by the system, we should have patience to understand, and we have to grab the content, and we need to know how to use it in a proper way. Okay, that is the only thing we need up to this level. Then coming to the next one, we have a research rabbit. Again, this is telling about which are all the papers are close to it. That is almost similar as the connected papers. And writing agents or writing assistants, we can say. I think you are all familiar on ChatGPT. Almost entire people, they are using ChatGPT for their process. So even you can frame your own MCQs, you can frame your that is whatever the internal assessment question, if you want to set it, it is ready for setting the questions. It will ready to give the answer. And only thing, we cannot rely the answers. Questions it will give, and how far it is going to be comfortable for the people who are all going to answer, that is very much actually question here. So ChatGPT blindly it will check the entire content in the servers, and all the best content will be taken from that. In what way you are asking, the query will be given. So let me go for making an MCQ from the ChatGPT. I hope you are all familiar. Any idea if you are actually using ChatGPT? I don't want to waste the time. Do you have that is familiarity on ChatGPT? Yes, audience.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Sure.
ma'am, we are having.
Then I don't want to waste time on it. We can create our own questions. I think you are all known about it. So no need to get into that. And the next one is going to be a word actually tune, and it will help us to frame the synonyms, that is antonyms, or the other that is technical depth words, whatever you need. There you can get the help. And the bad is another that is supporting writing tool. So it will help you to improve your writing. Where we can apply means when you are writing the paper. But one thing, plagiarism will be there. You have to remove the plagiarism. So it will give the content, but again it is going to fetch the content from the available content. So that reflects where means the plagiarism. So you should know how to come out from the plagiarism. And grammar and that is when you are going for preparing your content, then the grammar should be verified before submitting the paper for your publication. And we can go with the Quillbot. I think yesterday Sir has given that is introduction about Quillbot. Here I will tell the students wherever they have the high plagiarism, then I will tell just copy that paragraph, put it into the Quillbot, and that will retransform the sentences in a different way. And again, after getting that content, again they have to put it into the Quillbot, and we have to make in such a way that should not be plagiarism based content. That is the way of forming the sentences, way of placing the words to frame the sentences are different. And if we are having the different way of framing, obviously we are going to rectify the plagiarism. So this will help us. Within a second you will get the refined form or the transformation content, you will get it. And PaperPal and Grammarly, these will help to improve your paper in a grammatical way. And the next one, citations. If you want to go with that, how it is going to be, Zotero, and these are all the known tool, I hope so. And the next one, it is illustrations. and these papers or these things we can or these content we can use for making that. And I tried with the Canva, but I couldn't able to, but still anyway make me to try. So it is like a self resume, or if you want to summarize something, we can go with Visual Suit. So it is asking again.
Ma'am, you are connected only, ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is not audible, ma'am.
Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Fine, fine. So now when we are taking Canva, Canva is actually giving support for teachers, personal content, students, and various platform. The same one Canva can be used for various tasks. So now, yeah, if you are interested, you can get into and you can explore yourself, and you can find the way how we can use it for the education purpose or for the students development purpose. The next one we are going for seeing the data analytical tool. R is one of the dominant tool in that analytical world, and SPSS, it is a statistical based analytical concept, and JASP is another one. And along with this, I want to include the Python and MATLAB. Those are again the analytical tools nowadays people they are using. And here we need to go with either program or even without program. But Python and all, if we are going, we need to go for writing the coding. But R, I think then and there we can give the data, we can fetch the result. So that will be better. And after that, we are having the qualitative and quantitative. This is for quantitative. And for the qualitative, we have all this. So now, if I'm going for qualitative data analysis, we will find which are all the qualitative data analytics, data analysis tools. So now these are all the that is qualitative. If you want to make any qualitative data visualization, it is we can do it by using Power BI. There are so many tools are there for making the data visualization. Because why the data visualization is really required for research and all means, the day now we are not going to take very few countable number of data. It is going to be like 1 million, 1 terabyte even data can be taken for our process. And that kind of data cannot be projected as a table, or we cannot do it like a that is rows or columns. So that is very difficult, and we can make it like a visualized form. Any graph or any chart if you want, that will be comfortable, and that will make us to feel comfortable to make a better decision also. So data visualization tools are much important when we are getting into the research. So these are all the the qualitative, that is which are all the numerical data you want to project for your paper. These the qualitative tools you can apply. And there standard tools are that is Python. There we have standard graphs and charts. Even Excel is having its own supportability, we cannot deny that. Starting from Excel, now the advanced actually the tools, they are helping us to bring the qualitative content in a better visualized form to make our paper in a comfortable and better way. So these are all the things we can use for our research. And all these are all a kind of AI tools we are, except this actually that data that is quantitative. No, the quantitative tools are we cannot say it is AI dominant, because all these are all that is concept script based. We need to write little bit coding for getting the output. And all other tools almost it is built-in tools, and just by selecting and clicking that we can get what we need. So select and pick, and or pick and do what you want. That way it is helping us. And so now I want to actually wind up here. And these are all the these are all the that is AI tools which will help for writing. If you want to make the documentation, if you want to make a meeting research code, if you want to generate even our chat GPT, it will give the code whatever you want, actually whatever the concept you want to implement. And emails if you want to send and design everything, we have a AI based tool. It is there for supporting us. And these are all the links actually I have taken the content for my presentation. So I think here I want to wind up my session. Ma'am, is it okay?
Thank you so much, ma'am,
Okay.
for keeping all of us encouraged throughout the lecture. This truly helped us all the magnify our knowledge on role of AI in teaching and learning in the best possible way. Now it is time for an interactive session with our guest speaker. I request the faculty to ask your queries and get their doubts clarified if any.
I think I exceeded the time. Sorry.
No problem, ma'am. Participants kindly post your queries. Ma'am,
And questions displayed in the
comment
Uh-huh.
box mode.
co-
What are the examples for LMS other than Google Classroom? I think Moog something. I think everyone they have locally. Some colleges they have their own predefined like setup for that. And if you want, let me check. I think my screen is still sharing. I'm just getting help from the Google only. So, talent LMS is there, and almost all e-learning platform we can call it like a LMS. Moodle. I think this is the thing I want to convey. But Moodle is almost all colleges and universities, they are trying to, everything it is updated, and you can post your queries, and you can post your test, you can post your assignment. Students can that is complete there, and there they can submit, including the lab content we can post over there. And Moodle is commonly used one LMS, and all these are all the LMS tools you can see on the screen. I hope my screen is still in a sharing mode. Everything it is getting shared, and these are all the possible LMS other than Google Classroom. Yes, how an AI tools used in higher education is useful for employability skill. Actually, I told no, directly or indirectly, it is helping the students in a that is better way, because they have to coordinate themselves. So the coordination property will be improved, and we are telling to make that is role play means, then on spot they can able to pick the that is selection. For doing this role, this person will do better. For doing that role, that person will do better. So the selection is the selection capability is getting improved that is in many ways. The recent days of learning is helping them when they are getting into the employability. From my experience, I told the students whatever they are actually doing in the classroom, or whatever they are learning in the 4 years or 3 years in the college campus, and if we are conducting a symposium, and we are assigning some people as a team leader, and they are making the coordination, and that is going to be reflected in their career. And because they know the actually team, they will try to learn about their team frequency, their team members capability, and based on that they will try assign the work, and finally their target is they have to complete the work. So work to be completed, for that they will try to find in a smooth way. That is the much important. They should not fire anyone, they should not scold anyone, they should not actually biased, they should not be biased with anyone. And these are all the qualities they have to learn, and we as a faculty, we have to stand behind them, and we have to monitor. Even as a student, if they are doing some mistakes, then it is our responsibility to correct them. So this is not the way. You have to treat everyone in an equal way, and better you can assign that work to him. He is very fast working, so you just give some running work to him. And he is very good enough in art, give some artwork to him. So that way, if you are giving some simple tips, and that way they are learning, okay, what work should be given to what people, or which quality should be observed, and based on that the work should be given. And these are all the basic qualities they are learning from the campus, and these are all the good qualities they are taking to their career. And AI tools, that is the strategical, there is no separate AI. We cannot say only AI tool, and it is partially because when they are writing the research paper, and when they are getting the that is like plagiarism, 25 plagiarism if they are getting, then we can recommend you just go with that actually that quillboard, do corrections, and again go for actually plagiarism, and we will motivate them to rectify that. And parallelly, one person will do manual correction, and one person will do that AI based supporting correction. Finally, we will try to combine and the content from both, and we will get that different, because we should not have any further plagiarism. And that way we can motivate them where it is going to help them in the place where they are going to work. If they are preparing any document, and they are preparing some presentation or content means, and if they are not strong enough, whether it is giving the content in a proper way, is it having the delivery capability in a proper way means, they can make ensure that by using some AI tools, and the grammatically they can use Quillbot, and these are all the content help them to get better idea. So whatever we are giving in the classroom, and those things can be extended for their career also. Is any cyber issues? Uh, Cyber issues, that question I didn't answer. Well, using AI tools. Cyber issues means in what way? Cyber issues, I think we won't have much issues, but plagiarism is like a major issue. We should not actually copy from others. But AI tools, if you are using it, is permitted only, no? So if you want to go beyond that, then they may ask on demand. You have to pay and you need to. Up to some level, they will give permission. Up to that, if you are using, it will be better. And cyber issues means I can take in two different ways. If my internet is not correct, then I will have an issue. This is one perception. The next perception, the utilization, if people are not using in a proper way, definitely we will have. But for everything, the faculty should stand behind the activity. So we will assign a work, we will tell them as a complete, and some people will be in the lab. If they are doing in the lab or if they are doing in the classroom, some people will be around there and they are going to complete it and they are going to bring it. I think they won't go to that extreme inside the campus. But outside the campus, it is beyond our scope. We cannot talk about it. I hope it is not. At the up to that level, I don't have any kind of issues till now because of the AI tools. But possibility is high when the technology is coming up. In both direction we have advantages and disadvantages. Than advantages, disadvantages are more. We know, or we have to learn how to control it. And that too, if we are going to move with the young generation, and their attitude is, why can't we check it, and what is wrong with that? That is the attitude with them. But we are standing behind them. If they are knowing that, they won't cross the limit. So that no need to open our mouth. Just if you are standing there, you are always watching them, what they are doing, that is sufficient, and it will make them to be under control. I think it won't go beyond the limit. So up to my knowledge, I can say we won't have much issues. Helps to conduct quiz program our students. Yes, you can create your the simple classrooms. You can go with Google Classroom. There you can create your queries or MCQs in that is form, and you can copy the link. You can post it as an assignment here and let them answer. So that will be possible. So whatever they are answering, and it is going to save in the drive from where you have designed your form. It is possible. You can create your quiz, you can write, you can make them to write the test, you can make them to write submit the assignments. Everything is possible. Immediately, if you want to correct, you can correct and you can give the answer there itself. And MCQ and all, if you are assigning the answer there itself, immediately you will get what score they are getting. I think you are all known about it. Nothing big I'm saying here. Anything else?
No, ma'am.
Actually, sorry. Actually, I want to apologize. 7:30 is the time they gave, but I exceeded more than 40 minutes. Sorry for that.
It's okay, ma'am.
We have now come to the end of the session. Without any further delay, I request Ms. Bhavani, Assistant Professor, Department of BCom ISM, to propose the vote of thanks.
Very good evening to one and all. Being thankful and expressing our gratitude to all the people who have been instrumental in the successful outcome of the event is essential aspect of every program. I, Ms. Bhavani Ravi, deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on the occasion. First of all, I start by giving glory and thanks to the Almighty God for making today's occasion a resounding success. I would also like to thank him for helping us with good connectivity throughout the session. We are deeply indebted to express our sincere gratitude To our directors, to KB Rajmogan, to KB Arun, and KB Krishnanand, for their meticulous support throughout the year for organizing various programs. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Dean, Dr. R. Revati, and our Principal, Dr. Anita Rajendran, for the support and stewardship that they extend to the college and the whole. I like to express my profound gratitude to our resource person, Dr. Preet Kamarselvi, Professor in the Department of CHBS, Rajalakshmi Engineering College, for kindly accepting our invitation in spite of his busy schedule and gracing the session with his insightful address. Thank you so much, Lee. Heartfelt thanks to Anubala Suresh, Head Department of BCom Information System Management, for its support and guidance in organizing 5-day International Professional Development Program. I thank all the faculty members of the Department of BCom ISM for their cooperation and hard work in the organization of the event. Finally, I thank all the faculty members from various departments and various colleges for accepting our invitation and being here today to grasp the occasion with their patience. We hope that what each one of you found the event fruitful. We are sure to organize more such events as this in anticipation of your participation. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Sabita ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Participants kindly fill your feedback and attendance sheet form, Google form.
Ma'am, thank you, ma'am. Actually, I think I can leave from the forum.
Thank
Yes,
you
ma'am.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you all for giving this opportunity. And I want to give my special thanks to Subha ma'am for giving this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Shall we give end stream?
Sorry, ma'am. Let for 3-4 minutes, ma'am, because
Yes.
let them give the
Feedback
feedback.
form.
Yes.